so.
Matt.
There we go.
Okay.
I was muted because the kids came in.
Welcome to
Anyways,
Crashing Game Night.
and
Welcome to the Zoom
officially
meeting
doing
live.
Yeah. Let's do this right. Welcome to Crashing Game Night. My name is Matt, your host, as always. We are joined by the Beanied One, Gerard Herrera.
New setup. What's up? What's up?
What's up, huh?
I
How's
feel
it
like
going?
because of the
Where
new
we-
set. I feel like the new setup
just
is
see the
like
side of your
forcing
head,
you to
Yeah.
make sure there isn't laundry on your bed because you don't hide your bed as much now.
Well, it's
And
just
now we
done.
just-
Now
Damn
this
you.
is done.
Okay.
You know? It was just
I'll be honest. It's on the floor on the other side of the bed, just so it's not in frame.
But I mean,
Well, and neither's
Right.
your eyes too. We can't.
I know, man.
can't
Like
stand
you're
those
like
eyes,
offset.
man.
You're
I'm
off
gonna-
center,
I'm
man.
I'm getting. Okay, don't
There
worry.
you go.
Don't worry. I'll be there, baby. Yeah,
Okay,
And
I'm,
then
I'm gonna,
okay.
I'm gonna
We're,
get a little more personal now. Thank you, nerds.
Yes.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
And then we got the babyface one, Theo Wolski,
what is up, everybody? Excited for today.
and
What's up, baby?
the maitre d' services, the man with the couch, the Lions mane, Jason Valerio.
Hello.
How's it going, guys? How's it going tonight? They were making fun of me earlier, but it's okay, guys. Like, welcome back to another
Hold on,
week.
I was not making fun of you. Those two were.
I actually wasn't making fun of you either. I was just reminiscing at
Uh-huh.
something that I always
Uh-huh.
felt to be a little odd.
No,
but-
it's not odd at all, man.
No,
Not
no.
odd
I've
at
been
all.
told that
No,
is
we
not
not
never
a-
even
that
said
is not
that
an
you were
odd
odd,
thing.
that we were the
Yeah.
odd ones in a way because
Yeah.
we dirty up extra dishes. You
Which
are
technically you're right, but it's like I guess
you're
the way
like
to
the
do it.
aficionado of
Just you know,
preparing
it's okay,
noodles the
guys.
correct
You know,
way.
Another week. Shout out to if you guys
So
cook
to-
noodles in a pot and eat
Yeah.
noodles from the pot. You know, like
I just,
shout out
I
to
just
y'all
find
out
it so
there.
odd. But I've known you for years. You've done that for years.
Yeah.
But I've always just like, always like that's so
Yeah, yeah.
odd.
Dude,
But
it's because it
really
keeps
isn't that
the
odd.
heat in. It keeps the heat in. You know, like because you already cooked up in that pot. Like if you got a cold bowl and then you got
I
a
get that.
hot pot. You know, like
I just find it
Yeah.
funny, Jerry, that you think
I
that
mean-
it's like just odd in general. I just that makes me think that like he's
Yeah,
back
he's
in
making fun of
college.
me.
Like
He
he
will
don't have
make
no
fun of me.
bowls, so he has to. use
Jason,
pot.
hold on.
oh, okay.
Jason, are you
Yeah.
also using a wooden spoon?
no.
No, no, no.
That is
Oh.
that is a little too much, man. I mean, it's
How
just
about
like,
plastic
you know,
silverware?
It's
Oh.
still.
So he's
Okay,
So
see,
he's
I would have
if I
scratching-
went
So
to
he-
plastic
he's going
silverware,
fancy.
oh,
I
Bro
would have
ham.
gone that
Fancy.
step further. I would
Bro
have gone
ham.
plastic silverware.
like
he's
you gotta
scratching.
Just throw it away.
save the planet,
scratching
man.
up
Save
this-
the planet. You know,
He's scratching up the nonstick pan with a fork.
Oh my god.
sir, it is.
We started off
just,
talking
basics-
about noodles, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Yeah.
You know what? Noodles.
Thanks.
One of the best
Noodles are
topics in
amazing.
the world.
Get out of
noodles.
here. I know.
Actually,
Uh,
absolutely, absolutely.
Don't diss noodles, man.
I'm not dissing
I
noodles,
mean-
dog. I'm just.
We need to accommodate
This
our
is-
Italian
yeah.
listeners out there. I mean, we have an Italian on here. We gotta accommodate the
That's
noodles.
right.
Come on.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And
but
yeah,
nah.
ramen has
Dude,
to
the
be-
question, the main question though, and this is
I mean, at least
beyond
go with
off
some like if you're
rails.
gonna go that route, at least put some Chef Boyardee in there, man. Not this
no,
like
no, but
noodles and
this
noodles
is
and
way
ramen
off
stuff.
rails.
No,
When you
ramen.
have noodles, do you
Alphabet
slurp?
soup, dude.
Do
Alphabet
you
soup.
slurp? Is the question. Do you
Yes.
slurp?
Absolutely.
Yes.
How
Yes.
dare you, sir? I do
No.
not slurp.
It
I
is
do not
considered
slurp.
good manners. That I learned that in Japan. I took that from
Yes.
Japan. Yes.
It is good manners in Japan, but I mean, like
To
in
an extent,
America,
but yes.
in America, where we are literally sitting right
I still
now,
do it.
I
still
mean,
slurp?
Still
Like,
slurp.
In Japan, also falling asleep at work is a sign that you're working hard.
That's awesome. I did not know that.
Man,
Yeah,
I would
it is.
sleep 8 hours a work day, then,
You would.
That is super awesome.
and I would probably get promoted.
Yeah.
Give me more stuff.
So,
Theo, and that's
real
it.
quick,
Just-
Hold on. Talking about promotions,
Yeah.
the babyface one is now a year older
That's right,
Yes,
as of,
baby.
yes.
as of yesterday. So
That's
happy
right.
belated birthday.
happy belated
you.
Birthday, baby.
birthday, sir.
the big old 3-4.
3-4. My
Man.
goodness, you are a baby in
Man, I am
comparison.
Such a
so
baby.
jealous.
Why are you
It's okay.
jealous?
I'm only a couple years
jealous.
older, but
Just to have a couple of those years back. That'd be awesome.
I mean, like
But
when you hit the 4-0,
I'm good.
See, but I
I'm
really
good
like the
about-
fact that I am like the youngest because at least once I start getting the salt and pepper, I'll know how to learn from the three of you guys to really get used to it.
There is no salt
Yeah.
in this.
Actually, yeah,
It'll
Jason's
happen,
still
Jason.
Jason's
it'll
still
happen.
going, baby.
It'll
Yo,
happen.
Still,
I have the
still
Asianness,
aging
man.
like a fine wine, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I have the
I
Asianness.
got
I'm gonna sip.
I got
pretty
some
until
salt
it hits
all
I
over.
will-
I mean, if I'm getting salt and pepper before you, I'm going to start needing to see some trash cans that don't have
That's fine. It's all right.
packages of hair dye in there.
Once we get to, but
I
Theo
will be
knows.
the elder. I will be the elder.
The Gandalf the
statesman.
Grey.
It's okay.
I'm down for the general. I'm cool to be the general. That's cool. I like
But
that spot.
as Theo knows,
Hey,
like once
uh,
we get to a certain age, you know, we're look the same until we get to a certain age, and then bam, and just what happened?
Fall in,
Ride
hey,
Keep riding that.
Major Beanie there, fall in line because there's an elder statesman here who's been rocking a little bit longer than you have.
True.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
that
yeah, a
gray.
little bit.
Just a little.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
No,
I
no,
had
no.
gray. I had some gray when
I'm
Theo and I
peppered.
first
So if
met.
I were
I'm
to
just
put it
peppered.
out
I'm
there
okay.
for
I was just a little
being my
peppered.
teachers, does that mean
Little
Matt
salt, I mean, little
is
salt.
Yoda and Jerry is Obi-Wan?
Down. Booyah. Down. Thank
Mm.
you. I agree. Concur. It's recorded. It's etched in time. Thank you.
I feel like
No.
it doesn't. I
Theo,
feel like it
thank
doesn't
you, bro.
work as well because Jerry's shorter than Matt.
Jerry's like Kit Fisto.
Uh, first of all, if I'm thinking about, is Kit Fisto the one with the dreads?
Kinda. The greenish looking alien guy that went down like a real quick to
Oh.
Sidious.
Oh yeah, but actually, Kit Fisto was actually pretty good. He was a
He was a
actually
good
decent-
sabersman.
He was actually a really good swordsman, good warrior.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. But against the Emperor,
Yeah, he
I
went
know.
down.
yeah, yeah.
so quick.
Well, that's what they all three of them weren't even meant to survive. Only Windu, because he knew the counter side of Sidious's fighting style. Sorry,
So-
I went into a
So with that, folks,
Welcome
we've
to the
now
Star Wars
spent-
educational part
yeah,
of our
yeah, yeah.
presentation.
Yeah.
Welcome to game night because we've spent the last 10 minutes going off rails about noodles and salt and pepper hair. So
That's
hey,
right.
how's everybody doing?
You know,
Uh,
the same.
Pretty good, doing all right.
Yeah.
Getting through the week.
Yeah,
How about you guys?
Yeah, Matt.
I've got a long weekend coming up. Well, longer than just having Columbus Day off. But
It's not even
And-
Columbus Day anymore.
True.
They renamed it.
would they rename
Place-
it? too?
Yes, they do. What is it? National. It is Indigenous Peoples Day.
Indigenous
Ah.
peoples. Wow.
Yes.
Well, in support of
Oh.
my birthday being yesterday, I treated myself to the new 14 Pro Max
Hey, nice, bro.
Ooh.
with the little
Nice.
dynamic island. It's a little
How was it?
different.
Sweet.
The dynamic island is actually not too bad. I like it. I mean, I kept on telling people like technically the dynamic island takes away more of the screen than the notch, which it technically does. But you get used to it pretty quick.
Sweet. Nice.
Jerry, I'm looking at
color
your-
did you get?
Deep purple.
Oh,
Mhm.
sweet.
Purple.
Oh, nice. You're
I
looking
will
at my
take
what?
colors. I will take colors that start with purple. For 200, Trebek. No, Jerry, which mic are you using? I thought you had the
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you changing it up.
Elgato.
Nope, it's the Elgato. I just
Oh.
customized it a little bit.
What is this weird pop filter you got over?
Why
it?
you switching up on us, Jay? What like
Right.
New,
Well,
new
be-
you,
because
new
well, because
life?
of the new
Like,
setup. I got the arm, so I wanted the setup like to be a little bit more mobile. It can take a little bit more of a beating, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
And then my camera
Okay.
setup is like right here. It's awesome, dude. I got the
But
Elgato.
it's so weird not seeing your face. Like I get to see.
I'm
the
working
side
with
face.
it. But this is a work in progress. I'm
It's like the Peter
testing it
Griffin
out.
side boob, man. You
See,
know,
what you
side
need to
boob
test.
hour.
What you got to try out is like if it was imagine like one of those new motion capture sets that goes on your shoulders over your head, and if you had the dots, but you just have the camera
Dude.
right in your
Oh,
face.
the mocap.
Yes.
No, it's like,
do
you know what,
that.
you say that, it reminds me of the guy who's the TikToks that were going around during football season where he's like in meetings on Zoom and has like a
Oh,
green
dude,
screen
that
poster
dude's so
behind
funny.
him.
Yes, with the Zoom meetings and the green screen.
Yeah,
Totally
Yeah.
do it.
that's
Um,
funny. Dude,
I would love that.
Actually, I
I've
follow
been
that
in,
dude. That dude's funny.
Hmm.
I have so Jason asked how I was doing. I've been
Yeah.
in Excel Wonderland for last week.
Yay, Excel.
Oh, really?
Excel Wonderland.
Work
Dude,
is,
I am our analytics at work. So I got a new request. It's like, hey, we need a dashboard for this. I'm like, okay.
oh, bummer.
But see, here's the problem. I don't go simple. Like I could do a simple, like quick dashboard for him, which isn't going to do much for him. I go big or go home. And I blame my fellow counterpart on this podcast, as well as our old working running mate Scott, for like really kind of starting that bug. Some of the stuff
Go
we were
big or go
doing.
home.
And then I've also been in editing mode I had a shoot on Saturday, I've got a shoot Sunday, and I've got 2 shoots next
Yeah,
weekend.
that's right.
Or
Congrats,
nice.
dude.
Saturday,
That's
so-
awesome. Getting
those,
back into the
photos?
swing of things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
some
man, that's
family
awesome.
Pictures, senior pictures. So, but let's get to talking, because we've had guests the last couple weeks, and
Yeah.
we haven't really
Such fun guests.
we haven't
Yeah, they were
they've
fun,
been
though.
they've been
They're
fantastic guests, and love having them on.
Oh,
And
One after the other. It was awesome.
we haven't had a time to just chillax and get into it. So, Jason, I'm going to start this podcast off for you.
oh, wait a second. This
Is it
is
time of the month?
It
This is
is
a 50-50.
Jason's time of the month.
yes,
Boom.
sir. Yes, sir. I was
Sweet.
about to say, you better say that rather than say it's fucking Marvel time.
Well, now don't get so excited though, because this is abysmal. This is a very abysmal time, and we're going to share this out now.
We knew,
So-
we knew the run couldn't last of them having good stuff.
Here's Xbox.
Oh,
So
right now you have the rundown.
yes. So here's the thing. We have been used to Games with Gold forever now, kind of doing 4 games, right? It was first
We
to
don't
the
have the
31st.
games up.
You gotta alt tab that real quick, man.
You got your documents up
Do I?
on
Yeah.
Skype.
Sir.
Hey, there's my rundown. Anyways,
There you go.
There's a rundown, guys. That's how
No
prepared and
spoilers for the
regular
podcast.
that's how
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
we
That's
have.
what
We
it's
have the
like.
outline.
There we go.
And then we just
Oh,
go.
damn.
Yeah.
2 games.
Down to 2.
What are we
Really?
doing,
Dude,
Xbox? What are we
$44
doing?
Bam, dude.
So
bad.
hold on though. Remember, we've been saying for a while now that they should just merge everything together and just be done with it. Well, I
Fair
can
enough.
That's fine. This is definitely a sign that they're merging. Thank God. But
I mean, at least they're
damn, but the choices are still bad.
I mean,
but
like,
at least they're done
honestly-
saying like Xbox original games is still worth $20.
No,
True.
I'm just saying, honestly, just make it to the end of the
Man.
year and then start afresh of the new year.
Yeah, just stop it.
You know,
just end
like
it.
just
Yeah,
push
got it.
through. You got 3
Got it.
months, 3 months to just like bang out a few more Xbox Game
That's
Pass, like
pretty funny.
Xbox Gold.
yeah.
Like 3 months. Like, what the hell? What? Come on, you're going down to 2
And-
games.
That's
Or
pretty
if
funny.
anything, like just make a promotion for
I
Game Pass.
seriously
like,
thought
give
maybe
everybody
this
like
was
25% off for the rest of the year or something. I don't know.
Jesus, man. Like, oh my God. How you gonna do this, Xbox? Just, I know you're gonna kill it off and you need to find a way to do it. Just turn it at the end of the year.
Yeah, and
That's
it's
all you
like
gotta
I thought
do.
it was a mock-up problem, but no, it really is. Here's the article.
Wow.
Just 2 games. Windbound Bomber Crew Deluxe Edition.
I mean, just the way that
Two
the Windbound looks
Games.
with the ESRB rating on the bottom left corner. I thought it literally was Endbound because Games of Gold, you're just done.
Right.
It is the Endbound. Like you foreshadowing yourself.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then, I mean, in honesty, let's see if they've got so here's the thing is, and this is why I think they are kind of, even then though, there are new games coming to
Oh, Scorn.
Game
I
Pass.
know, right?
Sweet.
Scoring right off the bat. Just
Like,
Yeah.
I
Ooh,
mean,
and The
you've got The
Walking
Walking
Deads.
Dead. I mean, this is very much an in theme
Oh, and the Plague
for
too,
October.
of course.
Costume
Of course.
Quest is a fun
Actually,
RPG.
I've heard about that one.
Yeah,
It is a
of
fun
all
RPG.
Wasn't
of
Costume
these
Quest
are
a
very-
free game on PlayStation like a few months back?
No,
I
no.
feel like Costume Quest was free on another platform before because I swore we talked about
No,
it.
they did Costume Quest on Games with Gold.
So they're re-releasing.
Yeah.
So they're
So
bringing it
if
to
you
Game
liked
Pass
it,
now.
Go
So
get it on.
yeah. So I think this is where we can kind of see that they're now moving away.
Oh
Yeah. So most likely
that.
that's off of Games of Gold and like that's now in Game Pass now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, that being said,
That's funny.
this is PlayStation Plus.
Oh,
Ooh,
I mean, this-
super
yeah.
hot Injustice
super
2.
hot.
There you go.
Super hot.
Super Hot
I
was
feel
a
about
hot.
Hot Wheels Unleashed, but it's still fun though.
okay.
I mean, I would say
Super-
it's at the tip of decent.
Super hot.
the only reason it
Super
is
hot.
Jerry, the only reason it is at even tip of decent is Injustice
Yeah,
2.
I would
Yeah,
say
the
Injustice
first one
2.
was
like that's
was
a
great.
banger, but
But
like
Super Hot
You
was
don't like
a
Super Hot?
PS
I
Super
love
hot,
Super Hot.
dude.
it was
Super Hot's
originally a
fun.
PSVR title.
Of the
So-
three, Super Hot is the number one on this one. This is the that's
Oh,
just
really?
super hot, man. But
Just like
Injustice
your
2,
noodles over
great
there.
Yeah.
game, great fighter, a little bit niche. Wasn't
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
popular as a lot of the other fighters. So it's like,
Mhm.
well,
it wasn't. It
it
was.
had a,
Oh,
but it had a
Injustice has its
strong
niche.
following, man.
It has
yeah,
a
it
niche.
is.
It has
very,
a strong
very niche.
following.
It is
Really?
very niche, man.
I
Yeah, it
felt
is.
like it was. I felt like it had a really strong presence.
Oh,
'cause,
it was
like,
great. Injustice 1 was great. Injustice 2, it had its time at the start of it, and then it just fell off because a lot of people don't like that. You have to personalize the character a little bit and get like different.
I thought everyone was
outfits.
into like getting the armors and stuff like
No,
that. all
everyone
the-
likes getting the armors, but I mean, if you're going for competitive play, it becomes very cookie cutter at the high levels. When
Oh,
when you're
okay.
playing it like casually, you can go like, oh man, let me get old school Superman vest and like this and that. But when it gets so very like higher level, you start realizing that everyone does the same thing and where it plays the same person.
I
Now,
get
correct
you.
me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Wasn't Injustice
And-
2 also they forced you in a way to play every character? Like
To a
if
certain
you
degree,
didn't
yeah.
play a character,
Yeah.
you could
Oh,
not
I don't
progress.
remember that.
Yeah, to a certain degree, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, damn.
I just look at even PlayStation Plus though, some of the stuff. I mean, they haven't had an update really to outside of Yakuza's. I mean,
yeah. For the most
so
for the most part, the
PlayStation Plus
calendar
Premium,
year
and
has been
it's
it's been
and
stacked.
we're gonna talk.
Like,
It's
And-
been
and here's the
it's
thing,
been
though,
steady.
yeah,
There's
we're
one
going to talk
hot one, I
about
mean.
this too because let's talk about a hot minute here with PlayStation because they're in some hot water right now on social media
Yeah,
for
some
a few
big
things, and
water.
I think honestly this goes to it being the Jim Ryan era, which we all know has been fraught with controversy between shutting down the Vita store. And then having to bring that back, saying they believe in generational games. So basically, originally at the beginning of the PS5, they were just going to just start making PS5 games and leave PS4 behind. So first off is there is a rumor that has been circulating that PlayStation is going with a new PS5.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
what
seems
it's
a
going
little-
to be is
seems a
it's
little
going to a little bit different chipset. It's going to make the system a little bit lighter. It is going to have a detachable disk drive. So it's going to be basically the all digital with a USB disk drive. It's going to add on another USB drive or a USB port to it, so you can plug in the USB drive. But
Ew. no.
so they're pretty much just what
USB
they're
drives are
doing a
awful.
reverse
yeah,
Xbox 360.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what it sounds like.
It didn't work back then. It's not going to work now.
So
That's insane.
basically, you're going to have the all digital version, then an all digital plus disk drive bundle, pretty much.
And I guarantee they will not sell the disk drive separate. for at
They
least
are.
6 months to a year.
They're saying it's going to be available once they kind of drop it.
6 months then.
So
But
yeah,
still,
but really, I mean, come on. It's I get it. You're trying to get more consoles out there, but in the wild, you kind of forsake
Honestly,
the
I
all
feel
digital.
like
I mean,
this
the all
is-
digitals disappeared. Like after that first couple of initial runs of all digitals, all you could find was the ones with the disc drive.
Yeah. There's
honestly,
more.
honestly, I feel like this is just band-aiding the lack of units that they can sell right now, because obviously it's
Possibly.
still the shortest. But I feel this
well,
feels
you're
like
reducing
patching
manufacturing
things up.
costs. You're reducing manufacturing
That
costs
too.
because you're not needing
Yeah.
to build two systems.
probably, but most likely because of all the sales they missed out on. With
You know what
the
this
shortage.
feels like? You know what this really feels like? When the launch of the PS3 happened and they included the emotion chip in the original PS3 to do
Yep.
backwards compatible. And then 6 months down the road, they're like, oops, we made a mistake. Let's pull it out because it's costing us too much money.
Exactly.
And then later those models became more coveted.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
So
But you
Here's
also
my
had the
thing is,
20
it's
gig
like-
on that one, man. Like the 20 gig.
Oh,
versus
yeah.
the-
Yeah,
like,
that hurt.
it
20
was-
and
you
60
could-
gig. 20 and 60. Think about that. 20 and 60
Gigs.
gig for a console.
Gigs.
I mean,
That's
we're not
insane.
even at a terabyte on the PS5s, but
I am.
and then it also came out that Herman Hulse, along with this, has said that in an interview over in Axios that they published, is that they asked him about game publishing and their first party studios and stuff, and he said that they don't want to leave behind a lot of the millions of PS4 owners that don't have a PS5. And to me, that sounds like you are going to see PS4 games continue, like a PS4, PS5 hybrid, into, I'm going to say late 23, if not into 24.
That's too long. That's too long, man.
Well,
You wanna
not
sell your-
necessarily.
I think- but I
not
think
unless
that-
there's still
I
a
agree
demand for
with
it.
Matt, but I think that's going to be due to still with the problems with manufacturing and shipping and everything like that. That they're planning for that to still exist for another few years, which
Well,
I
But
just say good on them for that.
Would you guys feel that there is still kind of a demand for PS4s because a lot of people are still
Well,
playing them?
they already said they were going to be making PS4s until end of year at least.
See, and then
So they're
Here's the
just
thing, though,
extending
it's like,
the
just
game line,
because we
really.
had-
So I mean,
we had that little like bottleneck of systems coming out. I get that. That's understandable. But you want to still promote your newest PS5. Like how many games aside from like Final Fantasy Intergrade or God of War Ragnarok that's coming
Ratchet
out
and
that's
Clank.
going to be like exclusive to PS5? Like that's
No,
the whole
Ragnarok's in on PS4 as well.
and that's a
PS4,
bad
PS5.
move. That's a bad move, Cotton. Because you are not promoting what
Hey,
PS5 does.
welcome to the Ocho.
Yeah, you're not promoting what the PS5 does. And like, I got a PS5 because I want to see that like intense, ultra realistic graphic,
Yeah.
and not just have this like beaten down version of it. Horizon looked amazing as hell. And then when you go back and look at the Zero Dawn that's on PS4, you're just like, okay, I can see exactly the differences. You can feel the differences, the loading times, the FPS where it plays on. Like, you get all of that, and you're just like, okay, like I need more PS5 games to be something where I want to buy a PS5 version of it. Like I can't, like my PS5 has taken not as much time as my PS4 just because if I can get a PS4 version of it, I'd rather get a PS4. One, it's cheaper. Two, it's the same thing because they're not promoting that PS5 like ability for it, and that's and I get it. I get it right now. There is that still that bottleneck, but you have to start putting out those PS5s where it's like I can only get this on PS5.
I kind of feel like we all have kind of a somewhat of an agreement, but I feel like this whole thing is just one big pivot, and like really a safeguard for the company to trying to like save sales. I mean, really still recovering from.
I would agree with that
pandemic-
because, but at the same time, they're making the smart business choice of reducing their manufacturing costs, but they're still maintaining the ability to bridge or allow people to transition from PS4 to PS5 with giving the disc ability as well, but not necessarily needing to make a separate console for it.
But doing all of that at the expense of the clients
compatibility, and you still have your backwards compatibility.
Hold on, don't forget though, they raised the price of the consoles worldwide except the US too.
I did hear that was more of a. I heard that was more of a legitimate like.
No, because they had one of their most profitable years ever as a division, and yet
I would
they're
look
saying
more into it because I heard I heard like the markets really did like get inflated, but I mean I would look it up.
But this is the thing too, like, and
but I don't know for sure.
You know, I joked about it the whole time, but the 2 years has been up with a lot of Xbox's quote unquote exclusivity. You know, that
words
2 years
hard, Jason. Words are hard.
When you have an X in there, man, like it's hard.
I mean, exclusive is your word, dude.
No, right?
Okay,
that
so
true.
But the 2 years has been up though.
As of May. So as of May 22nd, okay, this is the last numbers I can find is May 22nd, right? They were at $20.7 billion they've made.
Okay. Like I said, dude, I didn't know for sure. I was just
but and this is where I think the money grab where they're also getting in trouble for, and I think this is Jason kind of provided a little bit of a segue to this. The newest rumor is Horizon Zero Dawn is getting the remake treatment.
Unnecessary.
So,
case in point, they basically have looked at. Well, I think I think that from my position, this is what I think that Jim Ryan sat here and saw is that because we know he has to sign off on a lot of this stuff, but is that Last of Us sold probably pretty well at a $70 price point, and all it was really updated graphics.
Facelift. It was just
it was a big face. No, don't get me wrong. It's absolutely gorgeous. But it's a PS3 game.
But it was time spent on something that was already done that could have been on something new.
Exactly. So it was a PS3 game, got a remake or a remaster on PS4. You have now Horizon, 5 years old, and they want to basically remake it by doing the facelift, the haptics, and adding on a multiplayer to it.
I don't know how to multiplayer.
Are you spending $70 on Horizon Zero Dawn?
No.
Remake.
Nope.
No, I'll probably buy it used. But no, I won't. I will not buy that at launch. I don't know. Man.
I'd have to see reviews too.
I don't know. I kind of feel like it depends on like once again the demand or the need. Like,
well,
did we need a fully remake of Last of Us Part 1? No, but I feel like after 2, a lot of people really wanted something for the PS5. But I think once again we're getting once again I think we're getting close to like that Hollywood thing where video games are starting to do the same thing where like remakes are becoming a thing, and it's just what's the best decision? Because I feel like Matt said, Zero Dawn was 5 years ago. I feel like getting 2 kind of like exhilarated all the old fans. We got something new. We got a new story. It's the sequel. Like, I think people were happy with it. I agree. I don't really think a remake was needed where they could be spending time on a new IP.
So,
like I said,
on the other side,
I feel like a remake may be possible if it's a PS1 type game.
PS1, PS2. I would maybe PS2.
I get
honestly,
those.
PS1, PS2.
I would say some PS3 games just because those things were on the, a lot of those are coming to
those are on the cusp too.
Plus.
I mean,
But with
That I
PS3
even
games,
understand.
though, it was the cell processor, so you're going to have to
Yeah.
actually rebuild those from it. Kind of like Skyward Sword, right, for the Switch, right?
Yeah.
They had to rebuild that from the ground up because
yeah.
it was built for the Wii, and you needed.
Motion
Oh,
control.
they would have to,
I
like-
think it's a waste of resources, especially since they've
Oh.
been changing their PlayStation Plus to do even more backwards compatibility. Why are you going to be remaking games that people are already available to play in the first place? Like,
That's why
it's
I
just
think it
a
depends
waste
on
of
demand.
resources, waste of time,
So-
waste of money. It's not
or
needed.
start like maybe a crowdfunding deal on the website, and like, hey guys, what PS2 game would you guys really want to be remade?
Well, right now there's a demand for like Legend of Dragoon,
That'd be cool. Oh,
the Sly.
Oh
You
my
know what?
God.
Sweet.
The Sly
Legend of Dragoon
Coopers.
would be sweet.
You know, there's games that are in demand right now, but they're working on these games. So let's just run down.
Bro. Jack and Daxter.
Exactly. Let's
I
run down the
wouldn't want it
titles. So they've
remade.
done this too.
I just would want to be able to play it. That's it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it remade.
You
Really?
can on.
There's
Oh,
some, yeah,
remade.
Hold on.
like
Hold
Tatio,
on.
yeah.
You
some
can play on. You can play on PlayStation Plus
Yeah.
if you
all
want to
you
pay
need.
the $120 a year for it. Anyways,
Better than paying an
but
extra
let's look at
70
this,
just to
right?
get the remake.
So they've done Spider-Man
I want the
Remastered.
remake.
So let's look at the titles, and to your point, right? We're spending resources on games that are less than 5 to 6 years old and bringing them to the current generation. So they did a remaster for Spider-Man.
Yep.
They've done a remaster for Death Stranding.
Yep.
A remaster for Ghost of Tsushima. Now, Ghost of Tsushima and Death Stranding, they were under the guise of director's cuts, but
Dead
they were
Space.
pretty much. Well, no, I'm talking just PlayStation first party exclusives.
Oh,
party only.
gotcha.
Okay.
Sorry.
Because we already know Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, they're getting the
Oh, yeah,
remake
yeah.
treatment for the PS5. So is
That's
Resident
right.
Evil Village at some point. But you
Most likely, yeah.
have Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy were released as upgrades. Okay.
Worth it.
And then, well, so here's the thing though. And then you've got The Last of Us part 1. So where a lot of
Also
this, and I
worth
have
it,
to
but
agree with a lot of
that's-
people out
That's all
there,
personal for me.
is that look at price point. Okay. For all the previous games I mentioned, except for Last of Us, there was an upgrade path that if you already own the game, it was a nominal fee to upgrade to the PS5 version.
Yeah. Especially with like
All of
Uncharted
those.
as a prime example.
Uncharted,
Yeah.
right? I got that
Mhm.
because I own them already. I got it for $10.
Yep.
Okay. Last of Us Part 1, on the other hand, they did not do an upgrade path for if you own them. They basically just said it's $70.
Hmm.
I think that is going to be the model going forward. Is they're not going to do upgrade paths anymore for any of these remasters or remakes. They're just basically going to say, here, it's $70 because people paid for it. And think that's
I
exactly
agree.
why-
I see that happening too.
And the
Because
thing
I
is,
mean,
like-
the one thing is like I was kind of thinking, well, what if they just buy the PS4 version, but they're going to just separate it,
Correct.
one or the other? Yeah.
Yep.
I totally agree. And
Like,
that's once again not a great path for the fans. I don't get it.
And that's where everyone's kind of questioning, like, what the heck is Jim Ryan really doing? Is like, you've got these different pieces that all of a sudden are starting to happen. It's like, dude, come on, Jim. You want to move everything to games as a service. You're coming out with a new SKU on the PS5, which to Tito's point, though, I agree with you. You're cutting down manufacturing costs on the actual console itself. You
Mhm.
know, the chipsets, the motherboards, and that way too, people, if a disk drive goes out, it's just go buy a new disk drive and slap it on there and you're good to go.
Even though disk drive over
But-
USB is awful.
That's the other problem is it's
So
like we
awful.
already know that you had to have RAM that was a specific compatibility and everything like that for the PS5. You're going to have one that's specific to the PS5. And I don't think it's going to be cheap.
Would it work if it was a USB-C? Would it be a little better?
No.
No.
It's more it's not
transfer rate.
necessarily transfer rate. It's the read speeds of the disk drive more than anything.
That's true.
So, and since it's still optical, you're gonna really struggle with it. But then once you throw in that with the data transfers over USB, like granted, yeah, USB-C has improved massively but
this like
you're still trying to fit like I don't know for the greatest term. You're trying to put let's say like a shooter, an alcohol shooter into a full size bottle and just say that it's the same thing. So you're just not going to get that performance out of
This
it.
seriously feels like a combination of the 360 debacle and the PS3 debacle. Like now I feel like our PS5s are going to be the ones that are like coveted, like, oh, you got one of the first model. Like, it's weird. It feels like we're going backwards.
And now they're also going to redesign the plates. Because here's the thing is that detachable hard drive is rumored to be able to actually mount on the side of the PS5.
Oh.
So you're gonna have to redo all the plates.
Well, if it mounts directly to it,
they're most likely
going to
make a
USB
mold of the another mold of the plates then.
Well, yeah, but you're gonna have to do those again. So you're gonna have 3 sets of plates out, plate SKUs and all of that. And yes, it is gonna mount and still go off of the third
2
USB
plates for each cover, unless they figure they stop making the models that we have.
A lot of the PlayStation fans that I've seen out on social media are immediately jumping to any naysayers going, well, what about Nintendo? They do it all the time. Well, see, here's the thing is though, like Nintendo, they're bringing back the older games on consoles that are no longer supported completely, and they're giving them HD remasters. Yeah, Skyward Sword was, full price, but they, like we said, they had to rebuild that from the ground up because they had to redo all the controls and everything and whatnot.
Plus all the games that they're offering online, the consoles you have to physically have to play those games right now. That's for the most part.
I feel I honestly feel like that argument is a little weak since they brought in the N64 games, Nintendo, Super Nintendo.
But that's still
those are the virtual
consoles,
and I get that.
But
those didn't require facelifts. It didn't require
but that's what I mean.
To re-release them.
They're all online. I'm just saying the option. That's what Nintendo's doing different. And
I look at,
because the availability of like what PlayStation and Sony or Microsoft have, as opposed to the older games and generations of the consoles, you physically have to have those to play, and they're a lot older and harder to find.
Well, we don't have GameCube. And
64.
Some of the stuff that they're bringing back are games from the Wii U, which we all know the Wii U did not do well. Next to nothing. So a lot of people didn't even get to experience games like Wind Waker HD and stuff like that. So I get why they're bringing some of these games back, like Metroid Prime, right? It was GameCube only. The original Metroid Prime was GameCube only. So bringing a remaster to the Switch makes sense, especially when you got Metroid Prime 4 coming out.
But I mean, I still don't fully understand your guys' point, because I still feel like it doesn't necessarily sound like a strong argument, because they've both areas, or all 3 areas, have showed that they can support backwards compatibility without the need to remaster.
You can't. Well,
without the need to remaster.
But you're still going to have to release the game, even in a digital form, on the Switch,
which is fine
for a GameCube game. But what I'm saying is, though, they're saying, well, what about Nintendo? I'm like, but my argument is that they're bringing back these games and releasing them on the Switch for consoles that are no longer supported or even in existence. Really,
I mean, GameCube, where do you find a PS1 game? Or console? Where do you find a PS2 console?
But what I'm saying is, you look at what they're doing right now with PlayStation, right? It's games that are less than 5 years old that are fully backwards compatible.
Okay, so they're
not going back to not going back to PS1, PS2, and some of those games, they're jumping on PlayStation Plus, like the Sly Coopers. But
I'm just more of the standpoint, like when you're re-releasing games with everything that's been being released right now with backwards compatibility, why is there even a need to sell those games separately than doing it as a stream without needing to put in the resources to remaster? Like, I feel like that's the thing that doesn't make sense for any of the 3 of them. Like,
Nintendo doesn't have the can't do it.
But granted, PlayStation needs to get off this whole like it's less than a decade old, let's remaster it. Like, no, you've
Yes.
got games that are close to 30 years old that you could definitely bring back through a streaming thing, but you
Yeah.
also don't need to sell it as its own game.
Fantastic Four
That's just where I'm
dilemma,
at.
man. That's all it is.
I do agree,
Where
but
I'm
I also I'm on the other side that some of those games I would want a single game.
Some games, yes.
But that's me.
Some
I would
games-
pay
Okay.
for those games.
Some games.
If you
deserve
could
it.
have
Mortal
Okay, let me ask
Kombat,
this.
Shaolin Monks, I would pay for
Get
it.
out of
Get
here.
off
Get
that
outta here.
train.
I
Get
love
outta
that
here.
game,
that
man.
train.
That
Get
game
outta
was
here.
awesome, bro. It had a terrible rating, but that game was awesome, dude.
Ed Boon, if you happen to listen to this,
Dude, bring it
Don't.
back.
just know.
Don't.
Just
Oh
know.
man, bring it back.
Well,
Shaolin
let me
Monks.
ask this. Okay.
It was awesome.
So with the games that you're looking at, right? If you could choose 3 games that you would pay for a remaster that is an older game,
For PlayStation only, or is it for all consoles?
I would say, well,
Because there
you
are
can
some
bring it back
games that I
to us if you
want
wanna
to
bring it
get
up, but-
back from Sega,
okay.
but
So-
you know,
given Sega with some of the stuff that they're doing with Yakuza and all that. So what are each of your guys' 3 games that you would absolutely pay a remaster price for that is not currently a backwards compatible title?
So let me ask for some clarification on remaster here or remake.
Remake or
talking-
remaster? Okay.
So are we talking about with change in mechanics to modernize the game more or purely just a facelift?
Both. You could preface it either way because
Okay.
you got to figure
All right.
Last of Us Part 1 was, said, hey, we're going to add in haptics and a facelift, whereas
And game
you look at something
mechanics.
like you look at something like Skyward Sword HD, which was rebuilt the mechanics and
Mhm.
gave the game a
Yeah.
facelift. So what are your 3?
anybody want to start, or do you want me to start?
Go for it,
If you
Jason.
already know,
I
go
gotta
ahead,
think
bro.
about it.
All
some.
right, so number 1, because you said it earlier, and I was like, man, that would be great. Legend of Dragoon. That would be a great remake.
I think that's on everybody's list.
No,
right
but
now.
I mean, like
Yeah. I was
honestly,
actually
that
just
would
thinking
be
about that. Like
that
God
would be
damn,
amazing
good.
because
Yeah, that
like
would be amazing.
we had the PS1 version of it.
But you got to clarify what would you want?
Oh, dude, I'd want a full Final Fantasy VII remake version of Legend of Dragoon. It doesn't have to be one for one story, but I do want like the full like these are the
Down.
people, because just it was such an iconic game for its time, and it was super underrated. Like honestly, it was.
Okay.
That would be 1. Number 2, Panzer Dragoon. That series needs to come back.
They did bring it back with Panzer Dragoon HD as a remaster that came out on Switch, and I believe they released it on PlayStation.
It needs to come out hard though. Like, it needs to come out to like an actual like I will pay $70 for this game, not a I will pay $25 to like get a carbon copy. Like I would like a $70 game of that.
All right.
Okay.
For damn sure.
All right.
And third, lo and behold, to my heart, Sega, I love you. Shining
You know what?
Force. Shining Force,
Oh,
bro.
Yeah.
Of
Bro,
course,
like
of
it's on the
course.
Switch.
I
I
think I
can get
got
that
mine.
Sega Genesis.
Jay, could you imagine Shining Force in an engine like Fire Emblem?
Oh, dude, exactly. Like just same mechanics, everything. Just facelift the hell out of it. Oh,
Jason, you need a
bro.
napkin for
That's
that
funny.
drool coming out of your mouth right now.
Bro.
Yeah.
Like, dang.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Anybody else have theirs? I think I have mine.
Go for it,
But
Jay.
Go for it,
okay.
Jerry.
Well, so I'm going to preface this, but I want all of these as a full remake, full overhaul for
Oh.
PS5 or current.
Real quick, Jason, it was Panzer Dragoon Remake. It is available currently for $25 on the eShop.
There you go. So my first one, the Jack and Daxter series. That
As
would
a
be
full
my first.
remake.
As a full remake,
Okay.
I would pay for all 3. Number 2, Damn, I just lost my train of thought. What was it?
You don't like this.
Oh my god, I totally forgot. I'm so sorry.
It's okay, Jerry. I'm watching.
What was
He's
it?
already
Panzer
said the other
Dragoon.
one. He already said,
Mortal
Mortal
Kombat.
Kombat,
Oh,
Shaolin
Shaolin
Monks.
Monks.
Shaolin
But
Monks.
my
get out of
third
here.
one was, oh, that's right. Either both or the first Infamous game.
I think
Hmm.
okay. See, Infamous. I think they
Oof.
would.
And you
just-
want a full remake of Infamous?
Or do you want it just in the Second Son engine?
No. It needs like it's old enough and pretty dated enough that you would need an overhaul. But if they could keep the story, but they'd have to
'Cause
really
I
tweak
feel like
it.
the mechanics in Infamous was pretty good. I
Oh,
feel like
dude,
you
I
wouldn't
might pick this
necessarily.
up.
I mean,
I thought so
honestly-
too, but dude, look at gameplay today.
Mhm.
It's pretty dated.
Yeah, but I think if you put it into the Second Son mold, it would be pretty well. But then again, though, it's still, I think I would agree with you. That would be a game that needs a for sure graphical facelift because it shows its age from
it's
the
old
PS3
school.
era.
But man, yeah, that would be great to have that. Even just the first one,
Mhm.
I'd be good with. But yeah.
Heads up, I might actually get that Panzer Dragoon. I didn't even realize it came out. Like I watched that.
You're welcome, sir.
I didn't even realize that came out. See, it just came out under the radar. Like
It's been out for a while now.
it's a
Oh
couple
my
years,
God.
but oh my god, like
Yep.
Oh,
so good.
bonus. Star Wars Republic Commando.
They did a
Really?
No.
Not gonna quarter?
Overhaul. Complete overhaul.
Okay, I was
Bring
gonna
it.
say they did
Bring it. Yeah.
All right, Rock.
Absolutely.
Calm down, Rock.
Theo.
So I agree with
Yeah.
Jerry on a full remake, like full on for Jack and Daxter, just because I love those characters and I think that you can get some pretty fun stuff out of that.
Oh man, imagine
I
PS5. Yeah.
I'm going off of PlayStation, and I would really love to see a good modernization and adaptation of original Super Mario.
Oh,
Ooh.
Ooh.
you mean more than
Ooh.
you think
Like
more
classic.
than Super Mario, even more than the revamp they did for Mario All Stars
Uh-huh.
on the Super
Even
Nintendo?
even more than that.
But you're
Are we-
talking about full on like Super Mario Brothers, like the game.
The OG.
Yeah.
The OG.
That'd be cool.
Like maybe think of
Mario
Like-
Brothers U.
or
Even-
Mario Brothers Maker type of
Mhm.
deal with it,
Okay.
or even if it like maybe a mix between that and Mario Odyssey, just kind of like
Ooh.
Yeah, I would like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I would
so
like that
alright.
one.
there with that. And
That'd be sweet.
I actually don't have a third in mind, so Matt, you can go ahead and go.
All right. For me, my first one or one of my three would be Ocarina of Time with
Okay.
the
Oh,
Breath of
yeah.
with the Breath of the
Oh,
Wild
yeah.
engine.
That's a good one. That's a good
With
one.
with the engine or also the art style.
I'd go for the art style too.
Oh yeah,
boy.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
I like
Nintendo,
that. I like
You're
that.
getting some good. You're getting some good juice
Now,
here,
I-
baby.
Now keep the mechanics though of Ocarina because we don't need no weapon durability crap.
No.
Eating over
You
No,
really
thanks.
did
Mm-mm.
hate that. I was okay with it, but you really did not
It-
like
because-
it.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Because here's the thing is though, because sometimes you're forced to use your good weapons and then you can't get those back.
It's
Yep.
a love hate. It's a love hate.
It's a love hate.
it is
It's
a love hate because
Okay.
like as long as you mark like where they spawn, but that too is a
Yeah.
hassle. I do get that.
It's like
It's
it's
a
like the
hassle.
Final
It's a
Fantasy VIII
major
draw.
hassle.
You know, the draw material. You know, the draw spells.
See,
Eight.
I liked 8. I liked
See,
it.
But
it would've
you're
been
just like,
nice-
oh, I feel weaker when you
Yeah, I
when you
hated those.
use them, and you're like,
If you're gonna
"Ugh,
have
God."
durability, you gotta have a crafting method
that's
in order
Correct.
to repeat your
Yes.
weapons.
Yes.
I do
and
like
then
that. That's a good idea.
secondly,
Obviously.
Metroid Prime. Just
Yeah.
give me the Prime trilogy, remaster that. I mean, at this point, I mean,
Damn, dude, that'd
Prime
be
Would you
pretty
even
sweet.
prefer a continuation
Damn,
or
bro.
trilogy?
well, no. So here's the thing: is we know we're getting Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah.
That is in
Yeah.
the works. Retro is basically having to had to redo it from scratch because Bandai Namco screwed it up so badly. But here's the thing: is I want Metroid Prime as Metroid Prime was designed originally with the GameCube control schemes. Just give me a graphical facelift to it.
Okay.
Because when they brought it out for the Wii and they did the Metroid Prime trilogy on the Wii, they forced the control scheme of
Everyone
Prime
hated
3 onto Metroid Prime. So in the middle of the
Yeah.
battle, you're having to hold and point at the screen on
Everyone
which
hated
weapon
it.
you wanted to do
Oh.
instead of just
Yeah.
flip the the D-pad or
A lot of
the
people were
C-stick
pissed
and
off.
go, here's my weapon. So
Yeah.
I definitely would want a Metroid game, Metroid Prime complete facelift on that. I had a third. Where did it go? Because it was on the Nintendo side.
Chrono Trigger.
Oh, thank you, Chrono Trigger.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
That's the game.
Yeah.
We've been
My-
begging for that. Even if you
Man.
bring it back and you put that into the 2D model of Octopath Traveler,
Yeah.
that would just be.
Yeah. And that's why I feel like some
Yeah.
of the games that we've had, like,
But here's the
that
thing:
are
is Chrono
retro,
Chrono Trigger on my Vita still holds up, though. I mean,
and like it
and
even holds on
it
the
just-
on the PlayStation when they had that little
yeah.
remake or that real
But
But I'm sure to a certain extent, even though it holds up on Vita, there's certainly some massive ideas in your head that you would improve on to make it even better.
Oh, how awesome
Oh,
would
yeah.
that be?
So there you
oh
go.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
And then
why
my
three's
bonus-
tough, man. Three's tough.
Yeah. Well, and here's the things. My bonus though would be quit screwing around with the rumors and just give us Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess
Yes.
HD.
Please,
The
I want to be
versions-
able to play Wind Waker.
Oh
The
my God,
versions-
bro.
Okay, here's the thing: is
Wind
you
Waker's
don't
so
have to
good.
you don't have to do anything. Just port them straight to the Switch because the versions look gorgeous.
Yeah, actually,
On-
agree.
I
with that.
really like the art style of Wind Waker.
I loved Wind Waker.
I
Yeah,
love Wind Waker.
yeah, yeah.
So
that was
yeah,
my
but those
second
would be,
favorite
those
game
would be mine. So
out of the Zeldas.
it is my second favorite as well.
Yeah,
Link to the Past is the first.
Ocarina. Yeah,
Ocarina is my just below 2. It's just like it's just right there, but I just love
Yeah.
Wind Waker. I just love Wind Waker.
but also bonus. I also want to hey
Bonus,
Sony,
bonus.
bonus. Hey, yo, I want to ask Sony, please, the first 3 God of War games. Yeah, bring them back. Bring them back too.
they're on PlayStation Plus.
But
baby.
as remaster or remake?
Remake. God, how
Because if you do
No.
remake,
that's a good no.
if you do
no.
remake
How-
and
what?
let
You-
and
you
Remake
had
them
to
in the
retcon
2018
this
so
whole thing.
forth and do and skill trees.
You know what? I recant my statement. Keep them in history, in the history
Yeah.
books. They were classics for a reason.
Some things you
I'm
have
sorry
to.
for deviating.
The
God of
only-
War. God of
the
War.
only other one I would truly want as a remaster, or not a remaster, but remake, is F-Zero.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it just
Okay,
needs to come
okay.
back. Like
It needs a graphical
Yeah.
overhaul. It
Yeah.
really does.
and it can be done just because,
Yeah.
like, like if you take the quote unquote possession of F-Zero to Wipeout,
Mhm.
because then you have
Mhm.
Wipeout HD, and that was great. And then you can even have
those
it
were
now
fun.
where it's F-Zero again, where it's like, oh, F-Zero Ultimate, or
Man, that
F-Zero
one kind of a
Max.
pioneer too, because that was like a really
Mhm.
like when
Yeah.
it came out,
Yeah.
it was wow. Like this
I
is
mean,
a
like, if you
futuristic,
take-
cool.
even if you go back
Yeah, it
even
was fun.
farther, you had pole position to F-Zero, and it's
Yeah.
just the same
I mean,
thing, and you're just like,
F-Zero was such a revolutionary game at the time when it launched on the Super Nintendo at launch.
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah, it was
just
sweet.
so
I
But
do
that's-
have a third, even though it's
Oh,
not particularly.
bring it.
But I would love to see a remake and modernization of it, even though it's so good as it is on its own. Is Hue?
Oh,
I would like to see a reimagination of Hue, that color game that I showed
The
you.
Yeah.
guys
game
before.
that Theo and
God.
I own
Yeah.
multiple systems.
Like you could
I
do some fun
remember
stuff, or
that
like
game.
even
You
give
guys
me a
were
whole new
obsessed
story
with
or a
that game.
sequel.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's
I
so
totally
good.
remember that. That was
I
so
own it
funny.
on
Like,
multiple
bro,
platforms.
you got like
It is
literally.
great.
I'd be looking at you guys like, yeah. Guys, what are you playing? It's called Hue. It's
Oh.
amazing, dude. It's
Yeah.
a color game. Check it out. Just buy it. Like, it was so funny.
I mean, you liked what was it? Street Genie, right? That's what
Oh,
the other
yeah.
game you guys like. if you like Street Genie, I think he'd love you.
You know what? The funny thing is, I totally forgot about it. I have to check it out. So yes, I'll have to look it up.
Okay.
It is one that I have on PlayStation, Vita, and Switch.
That's so funny.
It is that good of a game. It is that good of an indie.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
So yeah, so kids,
Oh
what have we
God.
been playing?
We've been dreading this.
Theo?
I've still been grinding out Destiny 2 quite a bit. I haven't really done anything else because I am taking a break from archery for a while.
Why?
I'm taking 2 months off, so I'm not shooting or doing anything related to archery. Just to take a break.
Yeah.
Refresh.
But in its place, I have been really getting into bowling with my dad and doing the league. So we do. So now we have a Sunday league with the entire family. So all 3 of us are on a team.
That's cool.
I'm sorry you can't just
awesome.
sit. I'm sorry you can't just sit there and flip a Joy-Con and bowl. You gotta actually
I just
do
want to
some
be able
work
to
there.
sit and just flinch my arm. It's like, strike.
Yeah.
But no, don't get to do that. I have to actually work at it. But yeah, it's been pretty fun. And I'm hoping it goes well. Coming up this weekend is adding a new member of the family in the form of a new puppy.
Sweet. Congrats, dude.
I fly out
Nice.
to Vegas on Monday. Super quick trip. Fly out of here at 6 a.m.
Ooh.
Land back here at 11 a.m.
Oh, dang.
What the
Oh, yeah, that's a
heck?
turnaround, baby.
There's
Yeah, that's rough.
1 hour turnaround while in Las Vegas to get the dog.
Are they meeting you at the
What
airport?
the heck?
Yeah, they're gonna meet me at the
Okay,
airport.
cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank
Oh,
goodness
sweet.
you have TSA pre-check.
Right. I definitely had to make sure that I put that on there.
That's insane. That's awesome, though.
Otherwise,
Sheesh.
Destiny 2 is pretty good. I still wish I could actually find time to raid if I freaking could. I mean, I feel like
Mhm.
Jason knows this as
Yeah.
hard as it is, but yeah.
You gotta
But-
find the team, and then at the same time, like,
I-
just get a pickup group, and you're just like, because one person
I still
might
just
not.
do pickup groups all the time, just
Yeah, but-
like some LFG, but it's just
One person. There's
You're
always one
adding that
person.
amount of extra time because you're not flowing with that team.
Exactly. Like
Mhm.
unless you have the mechanics down pat.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, like you're like always okay. Somebody's got to learn how to do this. Someone's got to
Mhm.
learn how to do this.
Since he's been dreading it.
Jason.
Since
what
he's
are
been
you
dreading.
playing?
No.
you
We're
been
gonna
playing?
throw Gerard under the bus because he muttered, "I've been dreading this part."
What? I think
Yeah.
Jason wanted to go. It sounded like he wanted to go. Jason.
I mean, like
You suck.
mine hasn't
Jason,
changed.
you go.
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah,
It's no
yeah,
problem.
yeah,
no problem. Like we'll save the drama for Jerry. You know,
Yeah,
like lead up
you
to
know.
it.
Yeah. I'm not a Band-Aid guy, so I want to prolong this.
What?
I want to prolong this.
You mean some of you
Yo.
pull off band-aids slow?
How dare
No,
you?
no,
You're.
That's why I'm going to do this one slow.
Ugh,
Because basically he hasn't been playing anything.
yeah.
Oh,
But it is. I know. I've been
Where he says Red Dead
still doing
Redemption.
Sekiro. You know, like trying to get that last ending at the moment. Trying to get different
Oh,
trophies, different trophies. You know,
tough.
it is on the platinum list. I am going to platinum this now.
and I
Okay.
believe in you, and I
am
know
going
you're going to do it.
platinum This.
You're going to do it because you've already put it in too much time, and you're too stubborn to just nope. It's not going to beat me.
Yeah, so
I already know.
that is that, and just nothing much. A little bit Undertale here and there. I wanted to get into that. That one is on the Switch, so
Cool.
that like it was on sale, so that one's on the Switch. Don't have to worry about trophy list or anything like that. But I am trying different playthroughs on that one.
Sweet.
And sticking with the Shining Force, like a
There you
couple
go.
minutes here and there.
Cool.
That's
Cool.
like
Like I'm
Nice.
starting to get the feeling that like Jerry's
Matt,
buttering
what
up
were you
Jason just
thinking?
a little bit in order to not be made
Tell
fun
us
of as
more.
much
Tell us
because of
more.
what he's going to be telling us. What he's been
I'm
playing.
ready to just
All
like
right,
laugh in
Jerry,
Jerry's face
No,
right now.
hold on.
Matt, go for it.
Nope, I'm ripping that Band-Aid clean off.
Okay, so
Jerry,
I've been playing a little bit of Disney
Red Dead Redemption.
Dreamlight Valley a little bit. It's been I got a little distracted, and I'm in no way, shape, or form am I putting blame, but I will say I got a little influenced from our conversation with Kenny.
Uh-huh.
I may have done it off Red Dead Redemption 2.
I knew it was coming.
My
I knew it was coming.
Dude, bro. I forgot after my last run, I started another one like immediately after, and
So you had
got
a partial
distracted.
start already?
I had a partial start, and where I'm at right now is like the perfect spot where I'm like, okay, cool, I know what I'm doing. I can I'm like right at the beginning, bro. It's great.
Nice.
Dude.
Okay.
I did like 8 missions. It was so great.
I mean, I can't fault you that much because I mean, like, I'm the one that's still been playing Destiny for like what 13 years or something like that.
Yeah,
at this point,
It hasn't been 13 years. It's
But
14?
legit, like
7
props
years?
to the commitment for Destiny because that is awesome. But
Well,
it's more like an addiction for me.
So
I just got the map for the fish and I started fishing.
God,
It was so great. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Gary,
Matt?
I'll make you feel a little better.
I'm not alone. Hey,
you restarted Uncharted, or you restarted what'd you restart? You restarted something. Some more Animal Crossing.
I started redesigning part of my island on it.
Yes. Oh no.
Yes.
We both caved. I love it.
And then
Oh no.
I got my favorite character as an amiibo.
That's awesome.
That's
you found the
sick.
amiibos. Sweet.
It's
didn't
Mr.
you-
Rossetti who
cool.
on the GameCube, if you cheated and you turned off the game without saving, when you started the game back up, he would pop up out of the ground and give you the worst lecture and scream and yell at you. So I love Mr. Rossetti from day one, but no, I've started redesigning part of my island and moving some stuff, and
That's so funny.
I just moved my neighborhood, and now I'm.
Do you still have the boys' houses on your island too,
I do not.
No?
He is.
Okay.
The boys are down in my basement now, and they have I have partitions up, so they actually have their own rooms,
Right where they belong.
Why do you make it sound like it's so dark? There's furnished basements. Come on,
Yes,
sir.
it's very
I'm
furnished.
just kidding.
They have wall-mounted TVs. They have their
They're
switches
great
in their
boys.
rooms.
We're getting insight into Jerry's parenting style that he just throws
Right?
children into the
What are you,
basement like
hurt?
a dungeon.
Rub some dirt on it. Get back in the basement.
But
No, I'm just
no. So there is So yes, I'm back on my Animal Crossing bullshit.
That's so funny. I'm so glad I'm not alone. But oh man,
I think I'm like close to 800 hours into it now.
God, all I did.
That's
I
Really,
fished,
only 800? I feel like you should be
I
closer
fished
to
and I
1,000.
horse rided like half the time.
Let's
dude. I didn't
actually-
even
let me-
quick travel.
I am at, according to my Switch, 765 hours or more on Animal Crossing.
damn.
So they're like, we're no longer going to count anymore. It's just or more.
That's so great.
You
Or
could
more.
read playing like
Dude,
twice
they're-
that much.
They can't get to a max because of you.
We're like,
Well, no,
we know
there
you
is
love
somebody
it.
there-
Like,
there is
we
somebody
don't
that
need to
did
count
hit
for you
the-
anymore.
There is somebody out there that hit the 999 mark.
Oh
So
no!
there
way.
is a maximum.
Oh
that-
sweet.
Oh no,
count
that's where it
for 'em?
just stopped counting.
Yeah.
You will get
But
there.
no, so there's Animal Crossing. We as a family are going back through New Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe.
Oh, fun.
Ooh,
That's gonna be
okay.
fun.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yep, and
Nice,
trying to
man.
tell Cody to be patient and wait for everybody because we're not invincible because he's running around as Nabbit.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I never played it, but that's the one that like if somebody's too far ahead, everybody else behind like dies.
Pretty
Right?
much.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
forces,
And-
it basically
and-
puts a wall and it just pulls them away, keeps
Okay.
pulling them along. So if you're
And then
not
if you
paying
die, you
attention-
come back in the bubble and you have to pop the
Yes.
bubble to revive you. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And then there's some of the, playing around with the new courses on Mario Kart. Yeah, Splatoon.
I just gotta chill.
Splatoon 3.
Now, don't you feel better
said
that like
Mario Kart.
you
It
were
is.
dreading this and then it's just like, oh,
Now you feel better.
I've got good
Um,
friends.
I do feel
But
better.
yeah.
I was thinking the worst. I was thinking judged, but no.
But
you guys are awesome. Hence, that's why we're here.
I'm so glad I would make you feel a little bit better because I was waiting for the backlash because every time I was just like,
bro, I was just waiting for it.
Every time I'm back on my Animal Crossing BS,
I would judge you, Jerry. I would judge you if
and I get it.
did GTA 5. I would have judged you.
But
really,
that said, dude,
why would you judge him for GTA 5 though?
Oh, just because it's so much more older. Like,
that is true.
Because I can understand Jerry getting into that posse, like, oh yeah, pew pew, but GTA 5, man, it's
pew
pew.
I missed that. I missed that.
Pew 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 pew. But yeah, I gotta say, Splatoon 3, man. I am playing more and more of that multiplayer, and it is so much fun.
Sweet,
it is so much fun.
Okay,
so you're getting used to the controls.
Dude, I did the campaign for a little bit, and it teaches you the mechanics, like really kind of teaches you the mechanics
when they do that
through the campaign missions, right? It kind of slowly introduces you to new things. I'm still getting used to some of the strategies of Splatoon 3, but I have so much fun even when I'm getting my ass kicked.
Okay,
that's awesome.
It is
cool,
a lot
man.
of fun.
Now, help me understand what's the goal of the play style again? Like you're trying to completely engulf your color on the play field?
It's basically turf war, which is the only mode I've played thus far. I haven't done Anarchy or Salmon Run, but with turf battle, it is basically whoever has the most paint on the map wins. That's it. So yeah, and I'm getting into those mechanics like an MMORPG like Final Fantasy and Destiny, where you start looking at how your gear interacts with each other. So now I've got gears that stacking, like it decreases the amount of paint I consume with every shot. I've got that stacked.
This is more of your
ink
wheelhouse
recovery. Now. Yeah, so I'm
you're
starting
to
build out gear sets and whatnot. So I am having an absolute blast with Splatoon 3. And honestly, like we've talked about this. I mean, my PlayStation has not been turned on since about a week after Last of Us Part 1 came out. So we're going on like 3 weeks. It hasn't been turned on.
Last time I turned on my PS5 was 3 weeks after Horizon came out.
Oof.
Yeah, but we know you're mainly PC.
Yeah, you're a PC master race. But like my Switch is like and I wrote an article about this for the website, is that my Switch is my primary console right now. Just all the different stuff I'm playing with the family, the fact that I'm undocking my system, taking it out to the playroom, docking it. We're playing it on that TV. If we want to play downstairs, we're moving it downstairs. It's nice to have that interaction and that playing and not be tied down to anything. I mean, heck, I'm playing Animal Crossing in bed sometimes too. So it's just my primary console right now. And I think part of it is just that, honestly, when you look at really the PlayStation calendar, outside of Last of Us and God of War this year, there hasn't really been.
There's some stuff coming down the pipe.
Well, no, there's stuff coming down the pipe, but right now there just hasn't been anything, and I'm just enjoying.
Agreed, but it depends on the person's situation. Like,
absolutely,
you have a family.
Yeah,
obviously, the family-oriented stuff, Nintendo is going to be more prevalent.
Exactly. So so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm definitely, my Switch is getting massive amounts of use now.
That's awesome.
So
if you're bringing back the Animal Crossing and still doing like a lot of things, would the Disneyland Dream whatever be a possibility?
I've thought about it.
Because Jerry, it's kind of like Animal Crossing with Disney, right?
Bro, it's addicting.
It is.
And no joke, if you do get it, let me know, because I have watched every damn video of how to like farm, how to make money quick. I got you.
So this is what we learned, is that
I just want to preface this.
Get Jerry into Animal Crossing, you just have to have a Disney component to it.
Yep, dude.
I just want to say this.
Oh my God.
Jerry gave us immense amount of crap for playing Animal Crossing in the beginning.
Oh yeah.
Does
but-
he get it?
I'll give him props that he like gave it the college try, and he was like, I just don't get it. But
Yeah.
now
So
he's like, dude, I get it.
But dude,
So-
I did admit it though. I said I was wrong. I get it now. I get the addiction.
I will put it this way:
love
as
Dream Valley.
we're closing out, I will have the remodel on my island done for when we hit Long Beach in a couple weeks.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
You
a
guys will be
good.
able to
That's
see
a
it.
It's
pretty
not
good
bad.
commitment
That's
there.
a good month. Good month.
That'd be
Yeah.
sweet.
Well,
'Cause I'm
I
fishing-
mean,
I'm doing a lot of
month
fishing.
is
in it,
still
too.
pretty quick for because like the
Yeah.
redesigns happen pretty frequently.
Yeah, that is
That's
true.
true. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
So the
You know,
final
never got
inception
into
of the
It looks
of
different.
design will work.
It looks different than when you guys last saw it. So last year. So anyway, so with that, I want to thank everybody who crashed game night with us tonight. Hanging out and just watching the show and whatnot. Hopefully, as always, we bring some laughter and some enjoyment to your day. Especially with everything that's going on in the world right now. If you like what you heard, please make sure to hit the follow button on this platform of your choice. Head over to crashinggamenight.com to watch past episodes, including the last 2 episodes we had with Kenny James, voice Bowser, and Eric and Julia Leewald, the
They were
showrunner
awesome.
and writers for
They were awesome.
X-Men, the animated series, as well as I'm slowly writing some more articles for the website. Even though we've got some slackers over here that don't do it anymore.
Yeah,
But hey,
yeah, I know.
I'm just getting that writing bug here and there. It's okay. But yeah, that's all over on crashinggamenight.com. So as always, guys, just please be excellent to each other and stay frosty.
That's right, everyone. Thank you, all you nerds. Thank you for hanging out with us and watching and listening. Thank you. Just want to spread the word once more. I would like to speak to all of those who have been discriminated against, who have been disrespected and publicly abused, to those whose voice is trying to be silenced, to everyone who has been considered different. You are not alone. And this podcast would like to say that we are with you. We support you. And we would like to invite everyone to try and spread a little bit more compassion, patience, and a dash of love. And let's try and be a little bit better and help each other out. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, nerds.
Exactly. You know, it is
My boy Jason.
Stealing everybody's. He's stealing mine.
know,
He's stealing
bro.
Jason's.
I'm
Dang.
sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It was
It's
in the
okay.
moment. I'm sorry. I was
I'm
in
just
the
gonna give you
moment.
crap every
Hey.
time.
Yeah.
Hey, baby Yoda to go sit in a corner while Jason does his thing.
Yeah. Just anyways, obviously a shout out to all of you guys out there. It is the beginning of the holiday season, you know, so we got the Halloween coming up. It is starting to cool down a little bit, you know. Very nice, very nice. Be careful out there, you know. I know Halloween used to be insane joyous time for a lot of us, but still stay safe out there. You know, enjoy those parties, enjoy the trick-or-treating, just be safe. To all those people that are in the hurricane, still, like, it is, hopefully we'll be able to get some aid out there, and you know, hopefully everybody is safe out there as well. Thoughts and prayers go out that way. But you know, it is a crazy world right now. It is a post-pandemic world, so you know, just some love, some kindness, some of that good old Jerry charm, you know, like a little smile, wink and smile. But anyways, guys, you know, thank you again for joining us every week on this couch. You know, all of you guys always welcome back. But as always, as we lead to the end of the show, my man Theo, send us home like you do.
I feel like I just got undressed by Jason with his wink and smile. Really quick.
Anyways,
Love it.
I want to put it out there to our listeners that I would love to hear in the comments, particularly if you could on crashinggamenight.com, which games that you'd want to see remastered or full on remake, and see
Good
what kind
question.
of good things we get out of there. But
You're going to be our
thank you
thinking man.
all for joining us tonight. Thank you for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, TTFN, ta for now.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, I like being our thinking man.